can still use some, right?
What other sound effects y'all?
Don't worry about it, goddammit. That's the main sound effect. We here in the Red Rose Panic podcast. You know what I'm saying? Got the boy Sticks, boy Real De Niro, on the sound effects for tonight. So, yeah, we decided to do a little something a little different.
This is the Red Rose Panic podcast.
Yep. Or Red Rose Podcast for short. We're here in the beautiful city of Akron, Ohio today. Today is September 10th. You know what I'm saying? And we, why are we doing a podcast? Why are we here right now? On whatever day of the week it is, via YouTube, via, whatever you're hearing us on, SoundCloud, Spotify. Now I gotta have us on these things. Does that sound a little bit better? I hear myself a little bit more, so that sounded pretty good. But yeah, so we're here to just kind of cover, different topics, probably from our band expertise of, being a collective for 5 years in this awesome city of Akron, performing in various states, around the U.S. and just kind of continuing on.
If you got questions or if you got concerns, cuss words, comments, hit us up. Let us know. Hit us up on our Instagram. Hit us up on our Facebook. Whatever. It's everything Red Rose Panic. And, we'll shout you out, and, we're going to get it going.
Bro, you came in so hot because, you talk loud anyway. And you right up on the mic. But, nigga, like, bro, I had to put that volume way down, bro.
I'm sorry. I was just making sure I didn't heard. I don't got headphones like y'all.
So this is
I
episode...
didn't get the sound check.
So this is episode number 1 of the Red Rose Podcast. We've got a lot of lighting in here. How do you guys like the lighting? Do you think we could take it down a notch? Are we good right here? Do you think this lighting is good?
See if you hit that light.
Okay.
Hey, put the headphones on though.
So as you see,
Okay, this is my sound check.
Yeah, but you up on it, bro.
how's that
Oh,
looking?
okay, my bad.
Is this better? A little bit more intimate?
It look like we about to have a seance. This look like why 3 niggas in the dark room.
Why?
Why 3 niggas in the dark room?
For what?
Alright, so
homework, guys, we need an extra splitter and an SD card.
So this is gonna be a real raw episode 1. We gonna look back at this episode like what was we doing back then? Because that's we're speaking that into existence. So gonna be giving you guys this once a week. Once on we'll probably drop the audio and drop the visual on YouTube. Just so you guys can subscribe and share the links and all that good stuff. So the link will be in the description below or whatnot. But yeah, so we're Red Rose Panic, obviously out of Akron, Ohio. We've been a collective for about going on our 6th year. Actually, this is our 5th year. We're into it right now. But we're a dynamic hip hop band from Akron, Ohio. We kind of fuse a lot of different genres, hip hop, jazz, funk, rock, soul. You know what I'm saying? All kind of just smashed in collectively.
Trap, R&B,
all that good stuff. So yeah, so we're kind of just giving our takes on the scene in our city and beyond. And we're not famous per se, but we have experience in various different venues, opening for bigger names, bigger acts, on our way to be one of those bigger name, bigger acts or whatnot. So how would you guys describe like the music scene in Akron, Ohio? What do you feel like what's popping out there?
I feel like it's definitely getting better than it was. I feel like at one point everywhere in Ohio was like super competitive. Now when you look around, people are kind of starting to realize like we definitely need each other. we definitely need each other. Don't move. First of all, I'm talking. You wait till after I'm done to move my mic. You don't move my mic.
Hey.
You don't move that. What did you reaching your hand clear across my face just to what?
No, nah.
Was that loud,
bruh?
I'm sorry.
So we're
I forgot what I see. You made me forget what I was talking about.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
Reaching your hand clear across my face just to what? No.
Instant.
Was that loud, bruh? I'm sorry.
So we were capturing some stuff for our.
You ain't gotta explain yourself to these folks.
I just want to let them know what's going on because I'm doing stuff off screen. But anyway, so the music scene, you said it was very competitive at one point.
At one point, and then I think we get into a point where it's like it's getting all love. Everybody's starting to come out and support because they realize that, you know, that's how they made it down in Atlanta. Everybody supported each other. That's how they made it down in Houston and Dallas and New York and Cali. Everybody band together and was like, let's just go make it. Let's just go make some noise. And I think that the Akron scene is coming around to that point where people are just starting to realize, yo, I can't hate on this, man. I need this style of music. Like, I need to support that. Even though I'm not doing it, like, that's another avenue that we could use to all make it together, you know? And so we just getting there, you know? I think it's getting better for sure.
Okay. I definitely feel, I agree with that. I think the scene it's been changing over the last few years, especially just with the, you know, kind of the impact of social media and folks having, you know, the different resources like, you know, just computers and just dropping stuff on SoundCloud. I see a lot of different movements in the city with the youth actually, you know, enjoying making music, you know, even if it's just for you and your friends, you know what I'm saying, to play when you're in the car, you know what I'm saying, you turn that joint up and you feel like, you know, like you made it, you know what I'm saying, because all your friends is kicking it to it and stuff, and then to take that extra step, like, you know, hey, I should become an artist, like, let me make this page or whatever, and then to take it to a next step, like, okay, I'm actually trying to do some shows, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, maybe put a project together. So to actually take that step, you know what I'm saying, whether it's rap, hip hop, rock, whatever type of music, that's in itself a super dope step to take to have like confidence. So no matter what genre you are, I know for me personally, you know, even if it's not my jam, it's not my like per se favorite genre of music, and someone's just actually making that effort to, you know, apply an art and then, you know, record it and then release it and put like your passion behind it, that still is always really respectful for me, you know, no matter like what your content is, you know, as long as it's not crazy. But I think the scene right now is pretty cool, especially with Porch Rocker, you know, with all those different
shout out to
bands.
Porch Rocker.
Shout
for sure, man. We headlined Porch Rocker, and that was one of our dopest shows. Like, what do you think like the energy was like for Porch Rocker this year as opposed to other years?
I mean, this year I definitely would say, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna cap, this is definitely like the best year as far as like attendance and, you know, how they had everything set up, all the sponsorship, you know what I mean? I feel like they had a very, very good plan, and the roll-up of it was amazing, you know what I'm saying? It's got a lot of press.
Even the fact that they gave Smoke a birthday cake.
Yeah, dog.
Like,
that was crazy.
So they sang, it was Smokeface's birthday on the day of the show, and before like the actual Highland Square Porch Rocker Association committee folks, shout out to them, before they did like their, you know, they shout out the sponsors and whatnot, they brought out a cake for Smokeface, who isn't here right now, and they sang happy birthday, and that was like a super awesome gesture. I think they just we kind of dropped that, hey, this is going to be Smokeface's birthday in different interviews that we did, so that was really cool of them. So definitely shout out to them for doing that. But I think this is definitely one of, you know, obviously we headline the festival, so this is definitely personally our, you know, probably favorite Porch Rocker, but we've had some pretty cool ones. The Annabelle's one.
I was about to say the Annabelle's.
I think that was just cool, just seeing them and those many people and police officers like at such an early stage of our career, like, oh, they actually messing with this, and just having total strangers, like middle-aged white women just walk up like, hey, I don't even like hip hop, but this was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, how do you even take something like that, you know?
Right.
So I definitely think this year was super dope. You know, next year, you know, I don't know, it's gonna be kind of hard to top, you know what I mean? But, you know, we'll see what they got going on. But so yeah, a lot of different things going on in the music scene. I think we're gonna be performing at Lock 4 in Akron on the 27th of September. So we definitely, this would be our first time performing there since Porch Rocker. Have we not been back in Akron since Porch Rocker?
No, we haven't been in Akron since Porch. Nope.
And next we go to Youngstown, right?
Yeah, so Youngstown is actually the 21st. And we actually go to Cleveland this Friday or Saturday. For this block party. I'll probably have some information maybe below here. It'll pop up. Really cool. But yeah, so going back to the music scene thing. So what do you guys feel about like if you wanted to, like I always say this to myself, like I just talked to you about this the other day. If you were going to start a band and someone told you, yo, you know, before you get any type of accreditation or any type of anything, it's going to take you 6 years, you know what I'm saying, from the point you're at. You know what I mean? So, like, it made everyone's...
You going to have to sell tickets.
You have to play when ain't folks there, you know what I'm saying?
You going to get them, my bad I couldn't come text.
Right.
You want to, you know, set up, pack up, break down when, you know, nobody there, you know you setting up and it's only about to be 2 people.
Drums.
And one person just left.
Snow.
They just dap their friend up.
Sleep.
You saw them do the dap up.
Or the bass player leaving before anybody. Or the vocalist just standing there while the drum's still off stage.
Ooh. And the shade is starting to fall from the skies. Ahoy there.
So it's going to be a lot of different things you have to deal with, you know, basically. So how do you guys feel about, like, you started a couple bands in your day, my good sir.
Yeah.
About 3, 4, something like that?
Around there.
Around there?
I'm not, honestly, I would have to sit down and count. I don't feel like.
Okay. Well, what advice would you have to the young folks that maybe want to create a collective or a movement and get some folks behind them and, you know, get some folks out to shows? What advice do you have, a seasoned veteran like yourself?
I'm Dan Rather. Patience.
Hello.
And patience. And trust. And patience. And delegate. And be patient with the people you delegate with.
Okay.
And have faith. And trust. And then be some more patient. Because I'm telling you, I mean, you know it's real when, like, you realize that the people around you get on your nerves, but you don't want to be without them. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, I hate the bands that have views on things, but that's what makes their experience more richer. Yeah. There's so many times where I thought I had the answers or whatever, and I learned from one of these dudes, you know, and it's like, you know, it don't matter how old you are or whatever, if you have the vision and you willing to trust the vision and the process that's going forth that y'all all agree upon, then that's what matters most. And to not allow things get into the way of that.
I want to elaborate on something you said regarding trusting the process, because it's a lot of something, you know, else you need, because, you know, just kind of knowing that, okay, we have a cool collective of people that, you know, they sound good when we're all playing together, you know what I'm saying? They sound good separately. So how are we going to, you know, make this work together? So there is going to be a lot of instance of, you know, when you with great people, you know, all their ideas, you know, individually are great. So it's like you get into this like battle of like, okay, who's the greatest? So that's gonna happen no matter what. You know, you might get together at the beginning like, oh yeah, man, that's a cool idea, you know. And then it's like, well, hey, you know, why don't we try this? And someone's like, oh no, I'm not really feeling that. It's like, oh, he said it. I wasn't really feeling that.
You be sorry that first time they say something you don't like, you be like, ooh, that cut deep.
Next time.
Or you send a beat in the chat and nobody say nothing. And then 3 hours later,
they talk about something else.
They talk about
Who getting that? Oh, y'all saw that 2 for $5 at McDonald's? Oh, so you didn't see that beat in there?
right?
Y'all playing that new Spider-Man?
Right.
Oh man.
So I mean, I definitely think trusting the process. You know what I'm saying? Really believing in the craft and getting some people around you, you know, who believe in the craft, who are ready to kind of fight tooth and nail with you. It's awesome to, you know, have moments when you butt heads, because those are all growing moments. You know, it should never be to a situation where, you know, someone's opinion is so not valued that you just totally neglect it. You know, I think that was one of the things that we would always do, presenting ideas, and then, you know, keeping the floor open. You know, if we have a song, if we create it in like a logic or reason, and we are, you know, it might be one producer, you know, kind of laying everything out and just sending it off, and then our bass player would, you know, okay, I see what you're doing here, and then kind of, you know, do his own, you know, kind of, you know, feel for the bass line and so on and so forth for like the rest of the members of the band. So that was always, I felt like, a cool way to bring people together. So then when you rehearsed it, it's like, okay, it's the same vibe of the song, because it's like the soul of what we're doing. But this is like, you know, my bass line I wrote, this is, you know, my guitar part I wrote, you know, in practice. So once we all come together to rehearse it, it's like the song is still the same because we're all following the same, you know, click and whatnot, obviously the lyrics and whatnot. But I think those are just good moments to have when you're able to have teamwork like that and work like that. Now, it does get to a point where that's not that easy at first, you know what I'm saying? You do have to, again, have to have those battles, but I think those battles are always good, you know, growing moments to, you know, really see, you know, not what people are made of, but like how passionate they are about it. If they're just like, okay, well, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't never have a situation that doesn't get tested. And if it's not getting tested, then it's not real. Or if, you know, you're not going to have a perfect band in a perfect situation and perfect this and perfect, like, even y'all can, like, have the best relationships. That none of that matters. Like, it's never going to be perfect. So don't expect it to be. And when y'all do get those bumps and those hiccups, and get over it and keep on pushing. If that's where y'all want to get to, you know, let y'all pride go. Pride will kill y'all. Pride comes before the fall every time.
Every time.
So
another thing I wanted to touch on is so like some show etiquette. So like, what would be good like show etiquette for you? So if you're there, you're seeing some other bands, you know. I for one.
Show etiquette as the viewer or as
the
performer?
Like so. Well, just like if you're with another band, so like not with another band, but you're like maybe you're direct support for another band, or like you're a headliner.
We're all on the same bill.
Right, exactly. So, you know, I feel like it's always good to, you know, stay front and center for a couple of songs. You know, see what they're working with. You know, make some eye contact. Hey, I like that part. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like in the back of their mind, like you know, they may have to get something together with their band. So if they see me disappear, I'm like, yo, you saw me there for them couple songs, bro. You know, I was getting the vibe, but I couldn't be here for the whole set because I got, you know, I'm about to perform, or, you know, we getting paid, or we figuring stuff out. So as long as I make that eye contact for at least a song and a half, or, you know, I get
a song and a half.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just be feeling like I just always want to keep that with my personal etiquette. Now y'all can do whatever y'all want.
Now, well, how do you feel about when somebody give you a song and a half?
But I feel fine as long as I can say, okay, I saw him rocking. If that's what I'm thinking. So if somebody wander off, maybe I'm naive, and you know, sometimes it's better not to know, child, and just assume. Like if you walking off because you know you got something to handle, you perform tonight. You get ready. You tune it up. Right.
That's gonna be their song and a half. That's all they gonna hear.
So. You know, I feel like for me personally, I always want to, you know, give somebody, you know, that not even that song and a half, but at least a good moment of time where it's like, okay, I'm vibing with you. You know, I see what you're doing out here. I see what y'all building. And then, you know, I'm out because I got stuff I got to, you know, do or handle. Or if, you know what I'm saying, it's the opener, you got some mad time. You know, I might, you know, catch a vibe, drink a little bit, you know. Watch what they got going on and get some motivation, because I do, you know, take that too. Do you guys get motivated when you guys see other people like start ripping and like damn, that drummer?
Yeah, especially if the band is good. I remember you was about to say something a second ago.
About etiquette?
Yeah, about the etiquette.
I would say my etiquette is
No, he gone. I got a video. I'm about to cut it in.
Mine is helping them get. Oh,
Yeah, the last scene, grab the symbol while it's still hot. Take it off and walk out. I was like, oh, he gone. I'm gonna drop that clip in here. Y'all gonna see it. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Anyway, mine is helping them get their stuff off so we can rock their face. Forget all that. Hold on. But anyway, like, no. I'm just playing. Like, mine is equally the same. Like, I do like to hear other bands.
Bro, what?
But I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I personally would rather.
I'm getting attacked with RedRosePanic apparel.
Bro,
what, dude?
Where did it all come from? Did you weave and duck?
This just jumped down like Spider-Man.
Bro.
We gonna see it on film and it's gonna
I
fall off. That's gonna be a ghost. So, I'm dead to the world. So what was the rest of the thing you saying? Okay, stop recording me.
Hold on 1 second.
What happened? We stopped recording?
No, okay, we back.
Hold
Alright,
on,
we
hold
live
on.
again. Oh well, I can hear myself.
Alright, yeah, we back. We live
What?
again.
Oh, so we gonna have a. Did it stop recording?
Yeah.
Damn, that's gonna be a hard chop, but we can figure it out.
I'm gonna just set this down.
Right, I've been told you to see what?
I couldn't hear you.
I told you to set that mug down on the bucket a long time ago.
Oh.
So anyway, what was you saying about your We'll cut it in. 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be a cut, a hard cut.
Oh god.
Oh, you should hit the button. He said hard cut. Boo.
Oh.
Oh
You
no,
know
that's
the drive. Oh,
right. Get my follow-ups.
Oh shoot. But my etiquette
All right, this is band etiquette we're talking about.
is loving to show other bands love while they on stage. Especially if they good and it's my first time hearing them.
what if they're not? And it's your first time hearing them?
But then that's when I was gonna lead to my next point, which is I'm honestly the kind of person that I would just chill in the green room and wait, cause I'm gonna be honest, I'll be tired. I'll be sleepy. Like, as soon as we get done, I'm ready to go home and go right to sleep because I gotta work in the morning.
I got one.
But I do try to hear bands as much as I personally can, which I know just kind of telling on myself, but I don't care.
No, I just want to be real. Excuse me, guys. I just feel like band etiquette is something that, you know, it's like unheard of handshake. It's like a unseen handshake where it's like, yo, I'm giving you enough of my time, enough of, you know, some respect right now. I see you. You've been seen. You see me seeing you. And, you know what I'm saying? But I always think that's awesome. I mean, if you got to go for your band that's like on the road and stuff like that, I'm going to definitely see you because I understand you travel from like whatever. I'm going to check y'all out because y'all must be, you know, fire if y'all on tour or whatever.
Can I give you an example?
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell this story and I'm just going to tell this story because this is hilarious.
Hey, wait. Can you play the intro music right
Yeah,
quick?
I was going to say story time.
I'm going to go grab my laptop charger. Because I'm on 11%.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break.
Oh, never mind. Actually, it's right here,
Oh, we back.
We back like cook crack.
Oh, the sound turned off.
Bro, what this editing about to be about?
The sound turned off. Where my sound go?
Oh.
Why the sound off? This terrible.
That's because the new iPhone's about to come out, so they messing them up.
Right.
I hope not. I just upgraded. Bro, my shit just on record.
Right. Let's play that. About to play that hurt. All right, so guys, we don't need to take a break.
Hey.
We back up in here.
What?
Let's
figure out why that's
it's
not
the
working.
red.
RedRosePanic.
Podcast. We back up in here. All right, so this is episode 1, and we're wrapping up here because we wanted to just kind of do this introductory. We're gonna have some new angles for you guys.
No, keep going.
We're gonna have some hotter topics for you guys. You know what I'm saying?
We need to read. I'm sorry. We need to redo.
This how we gonna end.
No, so. but we not ending yet though.
It's a redo coming soon.
Because Sticks gotta tell his story.
Ain't no redo. It's episode 2. That's the redo.
My lord. Hey. I'm gonna be honest.
What's your story? What you mean? We rolling. You're not saying we're gonna do it over.
Are we still rolling? Y'all said y'all
we still
cancel my show.
Let's go.
I got the charger. We up.
We good.
We up.
What's your story,
bro? So
hold on. Sticks a story. Story time with Sticks. Oh my ring song.
What?
Alright.
Was
about to fall down. It faked us out and went back.
Story time with Sticks. I'm gonna look into my little story box.
Okay, yeah, can't show the brand. They gonna see it.
Give me a sound effect when I pull out.
Okay.
What?
Are you ready?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Bro, that's a rooster, and a rooster is a cock, and that like we feel like.
Right.
I'm sorry, that ain't make sense. No.
That was your mind taking you there.
All right, the swing and a miss.
All right, bro, this story.
So you gotta explain the soundboard.
Look, we are talking about band etiquette still, y'all.
Oh, we are talking about band etiquette.
And Sticks got a great story to tell.
Here's my story about band etiquette. So, my wife acts just like me, and so one day we were going to see a particular band that was popular at one point, and they're not as popular anymore. But they had some, popular songs on the radio.
Let's say the name.
I'm not gonna say their name. They had some popular songs on the radio, and we seen a really good friend of ours at the venue. My wife and I were on a date. He seen a very good friend of ours at the venue. He invited us out to the show, told us to come out. And we were like, hey, why not? I mean, we've never seen these guys. Let's go see them.
Okay.
And so, because they were such an old school group, when we got there, we were kind of looking up their songs. We Googled their songs. I was like, okay, yeah, I remember that one. I kind of remember that one,
Mm-hmm.
And so it came to a point where, first of all, they was busting $25 a person to get there. Ooh, they was busting.
Oh, that's the night I was texting you.
Yeah,
I was like,
child, listen.
Can I ask the venue?
It was at Musica. Shout out to Musica. But they was busting 25.
I hit this man up 6. I was like, bro, what's up with them tickets? You was like,
damn, bro.
That's terrible.
Bro,
that's the worst.
And so I got in for free or whatever. And so we decided there was about, including the bartenders and the owner and the person that's sweeping up, is about, and the artist. And they DJ and they merch person. It was about 101 people in that entire building.
Okay.
Including the people that lived upstairs.
I'll be honest, I don't know if that's a lot or little.
It's not. It looked very empty in there.
Okay.
I'll be honest. It looked very empty in there. So we, they did the thing where they was like, put it like this. Last time we did musical, we had more people in there. So, put it like this. Runaway Lucy had more people in there the Friday prior.
Okay.
So, they called everybody up to, everybody come up to the front of the stage, come up to the front. My wife and I, we go to the front of the stage, we kicking it. We feeling good, we kicking it. And the music starts, and we jumping around with everybody and doing everything. And because I know, my wife was like, being hype and dancing and stuff. So one of the members of the group thought that she knew the words to the song.
Oh.
And he was like, "Come here, sweetie," and called her up on stage. And she did him like this. She said, "No."
Oh, she pulled a you.
She said, and she did this. She said,
No.
And look, he did like this to her. He did like this to her.
That's that old school.
But he kept rapping though. He did this in the middle of his verse.
Oh, what?
And I thought that was so funny because I was like, you cared enough about that. And as you're the star. We're coming to see you, and you're upset. He looked at that, and look, he ain't show her no love for the rest of the concert. So every time he come to that side of the stage, he wouldn't look at us.
Right.
So that's like getting like heckled probably if you're equivalent, because like.
But was that innocent? I mean, or was it not?
I feel her.
I feel like he took a risk.
up.
I feel like that was a risk. I mean, he should have been like, in my personal opinion, as a lead vocalist in a band, I would be looking to see like, okay, this person been rocking with me all night. You know what I'm saying? They know what's going on. So.
He took a shot pretty early in the set.
Okay, so
I will say that
he went for the home run, and you know what I'm saying, he got let down.
It was on like song 2.5.
So now from song 2.5, you got a whole rest of set, and they don't know your song from song 2.
They play 1 or 2 songs and everybody got hyped for them songs.
Yeah.
You got to spread them out.
And then after that,
you got to do the album cuts in the intro. So yeah, that was the. So what was the etiquette in that? Was it the you stayed for the front or the?
Well, here's the thing. My etiquette was
he had bad etiquette. The guy.
No. That wasn't. I was just telling the story because it was funny.
Oh, okay.
But as far as the etiquette goes, I think that we stayed the entire concert. We stayed in the front row the entire concert.
Well, y'all weren't performing though. So.
I know, but we rocked with them. We did not know the words to all the songs. We did not know all the songs. But we rocked with them the entire concert. When it was over, I went over there and dapped all the members up and said good job. They put on a really good show. So shout out to them because they really did put on a good show.
Whoever they is.
Whoever they are.
Shout out to y'all.
Whoever they are. But there is a man that knows that one day he was in Akron, Ohio at Musica. He was on stage and he reached that mic out. He reached the mic out
and got the high.
And he came up short. He came up empty. And he took his whole hand and he went like this to a fan.
Like he threw the holy water on there. And said, "Who should I?"
Who should I?
So I feel like for episode 2, we're gonna start. I'm gonna post on our Instagram and our Facebook and all that stuff to grab some questions because we're gonna get some questions from some folks in the city or just people who are watching this, wherever city you may have connected to us from. It's the internet, so you guys may have tuned in or saw a video or heard a song being spread out. So we're gonna take some questions from you guys, so the audience or whatever, and then kind of incorporate that into this. But we did kind of want to make this our pilot episode just to kind of get the vibe, the feel. Like I said, we'll have some more resources. I think we get a new camera that we're going to add in here. The cast will change, you know what I'm saying? I think we're going to have Smokeface kind of like satellite in.
This is what I want to know from you guys. Do you guys want Smokeface to talk in his interview?
Yeah.
He's already talked.
I'm pretty sure they do.
He has, but I'm saying like
positive they do.
We got to figure this thing out.
I feel like Smoke wants to be extra. He wanted his mumble and have us put words at the bottom of the screen in yellow.
I feel like he should let out the amount of smoke and communicate with the amount of smoke that he's letting out. And like when he's smoking and like shaking, you're like, Smokeface is pissed.
That would be funny, like if we had like you can see subtitles, like what that was happening.
Who gonna do all that?
Right, that's what I'm saying. He need to edit all that stuff.
Hey, I mean, what's up? Who trying to edit all the Smokeface's subtitles?
Saying who trying to be smoke, that's what be your bio. Smokeface's subtitle editor.
Hey, imagine a person that take a chance on that, and then it works.
Yeah, it worked. We out here going platinum and
imagine that guy.
And
that's called the lottery ticket.
So yeah, this is. I will also put this out there for the world. If anyone is interested in like, being a part of like a street team or just kind of being like a part of the Red Rose Panic collective, because Red Rose Panic, it is us as a band, but we want to make the whole support the Roses thing kind of a movement, which is like the Roses are the creatives out there. You know what I'm saying? You and me. Whether you've illustrated this creativity physically or maybe you got something in your mind that you don't have time to do, we want to apply that urgency and let you know that there's no time as good as like the present time. So even if you can spread out 15 minutes of your day, maybe it's one day a week, to maybe apply that, maybe you took up art in high school, you're really good at it, maybe photography was something that you like to get involved in. Take your iPhone and go out to San Run or some metro park and just take some shots, just have some good liberation about yourself.
What do you guys say about the people who I've heard this before as a teacher, I've heard this before. Like, what do you guys say to the people who feel like I don't have any talent or I haven't found my talent yet? Like, what do you say to those people?
Well, if a child like asked me this, or like just people in general.
Anybody, there's adults that feel like that. Obviously, they working at Burger King.
I've had somebody ask me that.
Well, I mean, I feel like everybody enjoys something. I would just get down to the root and the core of it. I mean, somebody might enjoy writing and they don't know how to write. They just may not be aware. They may, enjoy reading good books and have a great taste for books, but they're not a writer. But they could maybe, be a part of some publishing team. Maybe.
So how do you inspire that person to do that thing?
I would get to what they like and what they enjoy to do. I would get some of their hobbies.
Actually have a conversation with them.
Yeah, because you can't just say, "Oh, I don't know nothing to do," and that's the it. So I would have to dive deep and then kind of, a lot of times, just because you see somebody, on stage rocking out, you may not be meant to be that person. You may be meant to be the person that's controlling all the lights that are happening, because those people are important. Those are just as important as like those performers at certain points. You know what I'm saying? Like controlling the sound, things like that. You may love music. You know what I'm saying? You may be an awesome blogger because your descriptions and things of you being eyewitness at certain band events, and then putting that into words, and then posting that online, so people are like, oh wow, I could have been at that show. That sounded like a really awesome review. Like there's so many just talents that are just hidden that could be hidden inside of different things. So for someone to say like I'm not good at anything, like first of all, you know how to talk, you know what I'm saying, you know how to walk, speak, run, you got all your senses. You're not just about to say you're not good at nothing, because you wouldn't be
but it's legitimately people that believe that about
that's well, I would just have to invest into, like, if somebody's gonna legit walk up and say, hey, I'm not good at anything, there's going to be a series of questions I would have to probably think about to ask, but I would just ask, what's your favorite TV show? What's this? Why do you like that TV show? Or why is this your favorite? And then kind of just get to the root of it and keep peeling it back. And it's going.
What if he like rebut you every time? Like
I don't watch TV.
What is your favorite TV show? Hell's Angels. What's your favorite song? Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Well, that's the information. Well, what do you like about Devil Went Down to Georgia?
The devil.
Say the devil. But no, I mean, anyway, I feel like everyone's got something that and this is again, I would say I for me personally, I know we all have like different stances on what something means to them, but I always explain like Red Rose Panic the way of like looking at life as a rose. Like you have the beauty and the thorns, the trials and tribulations of life. The panic of it all is knowing you have the 24 hours to deal with it, and you got a choice as soon as you open your eyes in the morning. Like you could go rob a bank if you wanted to, what I'm saying? You can go to work and be there on time. You could be lazy and be late. You could, roll up and then, what I'm saying, work on some cool stuff. Or you could, what I'm saying, people would choose to do different things, like you basically have the choice to do whatever, and we have the freedom of choice. Obviously not the freedom of consequences, but with those choices, what I'm saying, you have the opportunity to change your life every single day. So not wasting those days and feeling like you're nothing, or just laid back being a couch potato. Those days are actually pretty good, because sometimes it will be like the coffee beans, kind of refreshing you. If you ever, smell some different fragrances, they hand you the coffee beans and that resets your palate. So that's what I mean by the coffee beans.
I just learned about that.
I told you about that multiple times.
Yeah, but I just seen it in action recently.
Yeah, so that's what rest would be doing, resetting your palate. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy.
Some days you taking off. You may be with the hoo-ha and the riff-raff 4 days in a row. I mean, we had just 4 days of shows.
Yeah, that was some hoo-ha, riff-raff. That was a flim-flam.
So you ain't hear from nobody next week about no rehearsal, no nothing. When nobody trying to say nothing.
We just rehearsed.
Right.
4 nights in a row.
4 nights in a row.
So yeah, anyway, that's basically kind of what that Support the Roses movement is. If you guys want to learn how to be more involved with that, or be a part of the street team, hey, I want to post some RedRosePanic stuff on my free time. You know what I'm saying? If kids are in school or high school, they want to post some stuff. I know you guys can't come to a lot of the shows, or if you got older brothers and sisters, or if you are of age, you want to help out, pass some flyers out. You know what I'm saying? We'll throw you guys some T-shirts, whatever.
You want to wash our cars, we'll definitely be down with that.
I'm gonna say especially that.
Y'all want to
especially the car wash.
Rio need a drum tech still. He be having them and they be disappearing. He be treating them terrible.
Hey, I watched Rio. I watched him throw things at this man.
I got a question for y'all though.
Okay.
What's up?
And I want y'all to think long. Oh, hold on.
Oh, no. Don't say it.
All right.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Anyway, so. Alright, check it. Would y'all rather be in a music game now where it's super online based, or be in a time back when we had to have a label to make it big?
I think.
Well, I mean, obviously now, that's, well, for me now,
you have more control.
Yeah, you got all your, freedom and control, but
we can still be independent back then, though. So would you still
how back then you talking about, 80s, 90s? Are you talking about 2000s?
Just the time when you needed a label to make it.
That happened all the way up until about 5-6 years ago.
The person I seen,
that's what I'm saying,
in a certain independent way kind of do it was, at least for hip hop as of recent, was Wiz Khalifa, because I know he kind of started all into he was signed to a label. Chance the Rapper more recently than that, but Wiz Khalifa, he was doing a bunch of different shows and having things not really. I think he had a song that blew up, and back then, this is 2007, 2008, something like that.
Before the Steelers went to that Super Bowl.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he was putting stuff on the internet, or he was doing different songs that were getting played in clubs or whatnot. But he was, he didn't sign for a while and was kind of, waited stuff out and was just doing his own merch game and everything like that. So, but back in the time where you needed, if you had a label, there was still situations TLC that you heard or whatever, but you was still a known star. Even though you may not have the finances, I feel like the label could make you, your perception, a lot bigger than you can on your own, since there's so many people in this realm right now. Now anybody can kind of just put anything out without a cosign. It's really hard for you to kind of gain that traction just in the mud with so many different people who are in your realm. So that's kind of a thing, versus if you was signed back then, you was a big act that an A&R scouted. You know what I'm saying? They put money behind you. It's not about to be 1,000 to use. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be you, about to be invested into and trained and become a stellar act. And you actually really need to know what you're doing. Versus these folks who can just do whatever and post whatever. Oh, got a low power remote. We back though. So I mean, that's what I would choose. I would choose, if you're a star now, if you blow up now, it's harder because you almost got to become a star all over again. Because somebody could drop last summer and had a smash the whole summer, and 5-6 more people can drop. That's in the same genre. Maybe not 5-10, 20 or 30 literally can drop in the summer, and you trying to come back out again like you brand new all over again.
Right.
I would like that's such a struggle versus somebody who can just have a nice 10, 15-year career, a solid fan base that you know that's attached to him.
I'll say this: I would have liked to start it back then, but still be present now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and relevant now. Like, you know, there's a lot of artists
so like
that
T-Pain then.
like, you know, like T-Pain, Kanye, Drake. A lot of those people started like 10, 11 years ago when the music game was a little different, and they already got their validation by the time the music game changed.
Right.
So when the music game changed, they were still already on top, and they could still do whatever they wanted to do. You know what I mean?
I think about that all the time. What you just said about the like people having their validation and like oh, they were already famous when it was hard to get famous, and they were still relatively young. They're not like too washed up.
Yeah.
So like Lil Wayne right now, like this dude was the most famous dude ever. You know what I'm saying? And he's still young because he was like 14, 15 when he got signed and was super rich. And doing all those years, that's like 10, 15 years. That you just like now being 30, 35, you know what I'm saying? You still relatively like a young artist, but it seemed like Wayne, like who trying to hear Wayne now? Like I think obviously he still has amazing talent, he still has a lot of fans, but he still gets looked like, oh, Lil Wayne trying to drop something? Like that's old news, you know what I'm saying? But he's still relatively young, so you could have that stigma on you as an older artist. He still got his core fan base and can probably still sell out. You know,
I think Wayne can still sell out, but because
he's still gonna be looked at like, oh, this is an older artist, in some instances. But
everybody is, But does that matter anymore? Like, cause I feel like if that was the case, then Jay-Z wouldn't have dropped. You know what I mean? Kanye wouldn't have dropped again. You know what I'm saying? Pharrell's still producing.
I don't think he ever gonna sell.
Yeah.
Which one? I just named 3 people.
Yeah. So it like.
Oh yeah.
It's certain people that have the ability to, remain relevant and consistent within different, genres, and that's always like I think Madonna or somebody fires like I don't know if they fired, but they say fire to be like a hot word, but they like redo their management every 5 years, like with new fresh people on board, like fresh people out of college or whoever, like just so they stay relevant with all the new stuff, and that's how they ran their engine and would stay relevant with. Already, this is what's hot right now. This is without question because they know they're of that age, that range, or whatever. So I think something like that is probably a tactic many folks use. Like they probably still have the same team they started with, but like the infrastructure surrounding them probably constantly changes, or there's someone that's constantly up on new things that are happening. But a lot of these people that you named, they're actually like the trendsetters. You know what I'm saying? People who are trying, to be like them as they, new artists. Basically molded themselves, of these artists as they was, growing up. So, but so yeah, just to answer your question, I think now is an awesome time to be putting your art out because somebody can see it, anyone can see it. You have a higher chance of someone seeing it now. So, but yeah,
and people can see it right away. The access is so vast nowadays. So.
All right, well, guys, I think this is our first podcast. It's the
RedRosePanic.
Hold on. It's the Red Rose Panic
podcast. Red Rose.
It's episode 1, guys. So
Panic podcast.
Next episode, we want your guys' feedback. It's going to be very rough, guys. I think we're going to leave all the rough stuff in there because this is how we do it. We do it rough. Okay.
Podcast.
All right, we love you guys. Stay tuned for episode 2. I'm going to have to edit all this stuff ASAP, so pray for me, guys. Peace.
Podcast.
Oh, what?
You need to airdrop him.